So welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be looking at mobile challenge, that is Angular. It is a medium level challenge, and in this, uh, we'll be looking at how to trigger battery low events and be looking at how to hook Frida. Right. So I have downloaded that APK file. You can download it from here. It is encrypted file, and the password is HackTheBox. When you unzip it, you'll get the APK file. What you have to do is, after getting the APK file, you have to just load it in the emulator. Let me bring my emulator. Yeah, so this is my emulator. Here you can see I have loaded that Angular. Let's start the app. So it is saying I'm full strong. What do you do about it? Okay, so the first part of the enumeration which I like to do is run the app, get it through all the functionality. Um, from the app. So we can see there's 100%. 100% maybe the charge, because emulator it is 100% charge and we cannot change it. I don't know how to change that in emulator. If you guys know, to let me know. So we know that it is 100%. So might be battery. It might be battery percentage, charge percentage. So okay, so let's just go. So what next thing which we'll do is, since there is nothing else to do, look into the app. We'll just open the JetX GUI, or JetX GUI will do it. It's just just decompile the application and everything, and it will just put it in that nice format of the files. So if you have done Android development, you know that. Let me just show you, it will be easier. So let me just open my JetX GUI and load the APK file. Mm, yeah. So right. Um, any way to zoom in? Mhm. Just go to preferences. Is there any way to increase the text? So yeah, this is the JetX GUI. Just you have to drag and drop the APK file, and it will just decompile all the files that are in the APK and put it in a nice format. Okay. I don't know. So here you can see it is Smalley. When we just use APK tool to decompile it, we'll get Smalley, and we just have to further decompile the Smalley to get the Java Kotlin files. So this JetX GUI will do it for you. I hope it is visible, because I don't know how to change the font. Okay, so let's just go with the static analysis. Okay, so for that, let's just drop down the source code. So you can see it is the source code is there. You have to look for .com, not Google Android material. This, and it is the main dot activity. So main dot activity is the activity which will be triggered first, like just as a main function, right? So okay, so what is the first thing I like to do is I like to see this android.manifest and will, hmm, okay, so in this resource.arsc there is a resource file, there is a values, and we'll look at the strings as well. Okay, so just give me a minute, let me drink some water. All right, so as you can see in this android manifest.xml, Basically, it is SDK versions, platform build version, mm, and there is an intent filter for launcher and main, and the exported is true for it. So exported is equals to true means we can uh, use that intent or maybe functionality outside of the application. So always look out for this exported equal to true when you're doing static code analysis, right? Okay, there's something else. Let's see if there are any password hard-coded credential in there. Um, yeah, there is nothing. Let's get back to the activity. So, give us some imports. Mhm. There is a string, maybe obfuscated string. Just it. I mean, encrypted string. Yeah. Uh, okay. So there is a class broadcast receiver, receive function, and there is the static system dot load binary angular. So this is basically library which is being called the native library, which you can say you can find this library in lib. This is the library. Okay. So mm, and okay. So this so we'll be looking at this library in Ghidra. It's a very good tool to decompile the files. So before that, let's just look at the code which is in front of us. And so we can see there is a battery low intent, uh, and write on intent dot action dot battery underscore low. So to remove the intent, we have to broadcast the data. So just show you that. So see, whenever there is an intent, okay, as we have seen on receive, the broadcast receiver on receive, and this register receiver. This you will just register the receiver, and the intent which have to be triggered is battery low. So basically, it means whenever there is a battery low situation, it will trigger. Okay. So this broadcast receiver, yeah, it's on. Yes. So there is this intent get string extra is on equal yes. There are two strings which need to be there is on and yes, and then only this will be triggered. And you can see there is a context. Look inside, look me inside, and I'm strong. No one can defeat me. So basically, it is just checking whenever this is triggered. It is just checking if there is a parameter is on and yes. So it will do some things, and it will say look me inside, and if there is no is on and yes, it will just say I'm strong, no one can defeat me. Okay, so right, so let's just see how to broadcast this intent. Okay, let me bring my studio. So what we will do is, all right, so for calling we'll be using v shell am. Am simply means activity manager. And CSD broadcast. So sending broadcast will be -a for intent, and our intent is just copy the intent. This is our intent, and the string which was needed is yes, simply for extra string, and we need is on. Yes. Okay, so before I do it, let me just bring back the emulator as well. You can see the emulator, right? Can you see the emulator? Wait. Okay, so this is the emulator. Okay, when I press the intent, when I hit that command, so remember this is saying 100%. I am full and strong. What can I do about it? All right. So just hit saying broadcast intent completed. Okay. So let me just. All right. So now we can see this. Please do not kill me. I'll tell you where the flag is. All right. So it is saying I'll tell you where the flag is. Let's just hit that one more time. Just keep looking over here. Okay. Let me just hit that one more time. And we can see this. Look me inside. Right. This is the thing which was popped up. Just do it again. So you can see. Saying look me inside. If I just. All right. Just over here. Look me inside. So. Sorry. Yeah. So look me inside probably means logs. You can do that. Just open my this thing, and there is this logcat. Okay, you have to just write the package name. And you just go over here, and you can use Frida PS UI. So what this will do is it will tell us what are the processes running. So okay, running on the app phone or emulator. So this is Angular, and the identifier is .com com dot example. But anyway, let's copy this. Logcat. Yes. All right. So we can see there is. I'm not here. I'm there. Okay. So what this can mean? Hmm. Heavy code. I don't know what is this. I'm not here. I'm there. So just get the ZX GUI. So hmm, so there's one thing which we haven't looked at is this binary, this native binary. So maybe I'm not here, I'm there means we have to look into the binary. Um, so, so this will do what? This will just load the binary and do some stuff. Mm, right. So okay, let me bring my Ghidra. For that, I have to open my Kali. Don't know how to set up. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me load that binary in Ghidra. I'll show you how to do that from that APK. I'll be right back. So I've copied the APK file. So what we will do is we'll use APK. compile this. So what this aggregator will do is it will decompile it. So since we want the uh, library, native library, so we know where that native library is. Right. So this is the library, right? So to analyze the code of that SO file, you use Ghidra and just open a project. Let me just here. Let's just give here. Right. So now we'll have to file here. File. HTTP. Here. No. Cell, my bad. Import this. Frozen lib. This. And we have to. Okay. Let's import the file. Okay. So let's launch the tool. It's cool dragon. So it's a very nice feature of Ghidra. It's a dragon. Right. Oh, it's not been analyzed. Yes. Okay. So this is the SO file. So let's just see which things imported. These are the libraries: SPC, SPT, libc, libl, liblog, libam, export. Okay, so important thing is function. Okay, so right, there is this function. So we can. All right, it is still going on. We just have to wait. Okay, let's just wait it to finish. It's 92, 93. Then let's just drink water. It's dehydrated, guys. All right, it's done. So and look, so there's nothing changed in imports, but we have three functions: illusion, any, and Java Angler. So let's just look at the Java Angler file first. Okay, so it is calling illusion and any function. Okay, let's just look at the illusion first. What are the things that is passing in illusion? Okay, some character parameter. All right. Okay, so we can see it's TV1. So do while is there. So, okay, so this is the function which we will be calling first to get this HTTP flag. So let's just go to any. Functions are there. Okay. food, look at the food. Okay, see, this was the line which we got into the logcat. Not here, I'm there. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Saying, okay, there is var1, strmp. Okay, just checking RSI and VR9. VR9 is the okay. If it is equal 0, found the flag. So we need to know what exactly it is comparing. Okay, we need to get those values. And so to do that, so we simply have to use Frida to look what are the values are comparing. Okay, in this line, what is PB9 and in RSI. So one of those will have the flag which we need. And so, but before that, there are like so we do know our next step, right? We have to find out what the strings are being compared to. So to achieve this thing, we need to hook that strcmp function. So, but there are two challenges, right? So the one is we need to make sure that strmp is actual name of the function being imported. We've seen right this import function, right? Second thing is second and most important thing is how we can hook it into native method that is not being declared in the Java code. So we know that this strmp is not in the Java code. We have done in the static analysis itself. Okay, so you okay, all right. So let's just get back to our that Android Studio. Okay, and we'll look at both the challenges so one by one. Right. So let me just pull my emulator back. Right. So we are back at our emulator. So we have seen that there is a strcmp which is comparing it if the comparison is right. We'll get the flag, otherwise it will say look somewhere else. Sorry, it will say and they are not here, something like that, right? So first thing is we need to confirm that the function strmp is imported as same. So there are two ways. Let me show you the first way. Okay, so the one step is we'll just do module create inputs and needing lib. Right. So saying unable to. Okay, sorry, my bad. It's just saying unable to find process with the name. Okay, just do this thing. Should work. Let me see. Connect the remote feeder server. Okay, okay. And just give me a minute. Let me see. Think. Okay, so I figured the Frida server is not there. This is the new emulator. I've forgotten that. Now, let's just try to get the Frida server. So for that, we'll be using root and so cd Frida server. So you can just download Frida server from their GitHub. Right. We have Frida server, so you just have to rename it to the Frida server. It is not. It is like Frida server hyphen 16 7 14 Android, something like that. So when you download this Frida zip file, unzip it. Make sure to rename the file. Okay, the file which will be unzipped, right? So now what you have to do is you have to push it file into our emulator. After that, to permissions and let's just see it started or not. I think it is started. So now just see that again the Frida. Right now we have hooked the Frida. Okay, so let's get back to method number one, which was fuel dot new sports. Okay, so okay. So this is the method. So what it will do is it will just list all the modules which are exported, and similarly we can do it for import as well. So this is the way one. You can just look through it. I personally do not like this method. So what we will do is uh, so I have written an JavaScript code just to you. Mm, what it will do it will just enumerate it. Okay, it will just log everything in JSON, and it will give us name, address, type. As you can see, it was name, address, and type for export. Let me skip back a little. Okay, so this was the problem, right? We cannot get back up. So yeah, let me just run this, and I do have similar things for import as well. Just name, address. So you can do that, right? It will just log everything, so it will be easy to read. Okay. New and G English 7L export.js. Remember, it will save it in. Okay, so what you can do is use t output underscore export dot json. I think I do have it. Okay, Oh, it was just overrated. Right. Let's exit it. This, so we can see there is this file output export. You can do similar thing for boot. Just that file. My bad. Me. Alright, so we do have this. So I hope you understand that JSON file, right? Let me just explain it to you again what that is doing. Okay, so it is just loading the module, locking it, and saving it in JSON. Alright, since we have that, let me just pull that up. Okay, we can simply do it from here as well, I think. No, it's better if you pull it up. Wait, my files real quick. Just Just a minute, let me. Okay, so here we can see the export and the imported file. Okay, so we want to look at strmp, right? strcmp. We do have this address. Okay, we do need this address. Okay, and we can see. Okay, fine. So the task number one, we do know that it is strmp function which is being imported and nothing else, right? There's no other name for it. Okay, I can also find function in this which is being exported. Okay, you can find it, right? So we will be needing this address. We are hooking up with the Frida. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have the address and the flag is being passed in the second argument. Okay, in the strcmp. Maybe first argument. Mostly second, since it is being compared. So we have to write a Frida script that will hook up that specific import, that is strcmp, and logs only the strcmp. Okay, when it's called from it, libangler.so, and we'll print this second argument, which should be the flag. So I have written that. Just open it up. This only. Okay. All right. So this is the script. So what it is doing? Let's see. All right. So it's my old script. So basically, we are just saving that address in strcmp address. Okay. There's the interceptor. Will attach that and will intercept this address, which is strcmp address. Okay, so what it will do is it will just see. Okay, so now we do try and catch. If there is any error, you see it will we are getting error in reading the strcmp arguments, and we'll save the argument 0 and 1, and we'll just log the argument 0 and 1. Argument 2 is likely to be flagged, but since we're not sure, we'll just log both of them. Alright, so this way we'll be hooking up strcmp from the address, okay, memory address, and we'll saving the argument which are being passed on in it. Okay. This on enter basically means when entering a strcmp function, we'll get its argument and we'll save the arguments in str1, str2, and we'll log it. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, so let's just run the Frida script. All right. Here. And we do need to get that broadcast, and then should be done somewhere. Yeah, okay. So let's just start a script saying access violation. Let's just see what's going on here. Okay, I forgot to change the address. So the old address. Change the address. Now we should be able to run this. Okay, so now we have run that script, and when we trigger that intent, we should be able to get the arguments. We'll look at the argument 1 and 2. Here, argument 1 is STB, argument 2 is this. So now we have the argument. Okay, so let me just go through one more time what we have done. All right, so basically we just try to get the code, analyze the code via GUI. We get to know there is battery low event which need to be triggered. Let me just open that GUI. Just a minute. After getting to know that we need to trigger an event with a specific string, we triggered the event. We got to know we have to look it into the logs. When we are look in the logs, we find it is not here, it is there. We got we might need to look in. All right, so yeah, just open the file. Okay, it will load it. Oh yes, so after that we just analyze that native binary, and after binary we get to know that there is some string comparison. That in string comparison is true, we'll get the flag. Okay. So let me just go through the code once again for you guys. All right. So basically, we found this intent, and this was all possible because in this there is exported equal to true for this intent in Android intent category launcher. Okay, so it is exported equal to true that whatever we can have it in, we can launch it, and the other app is also able to launch it. Okay, so it was triggered, intent was registered first, register receiver, On receive, it is checking for string is on and yes. And if it is just showing look inside, and str is Armstrong only defeat me. So and there's binary which is being loaded, and in that binary we have found there are three functions: illusion, any, and the main Java function. Main Java function is calling illusion and any. Illusion is simply putting HTV, and the any is comparing strings. And if the string is right, we'll get the flag. All right, then that's TV flag. Okay. So then we check for the strcmp function imported by what name. We get that address, hook that address into the Frida, get the arguments, and that's how we get the flag. Okay. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You learned something new. It took me a lot of time to understand this thing, how to make a script in Frida and everything. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment it down. And if you think like what are the things you're not able to understand, I'll try my best to make more good videos in the future. Till then, happy hacking, and we'll meet again in the next video.